These dangles are so cool. I've always wanted to make one, but I haven't got a large collection of beads. I thought, why not improvise and make a dangle with no beads, no charms, just craft with what I have. That's how this video was born, just to share 8 ideas around how we can make our own charms and reuse what we already have in our stash to make a journal dangle. The first thing I'm making for my journal dangle is a tassel. I've got this soft peachy colored yarn and a card, and that's pretty much all you need to make a tassel. You might be well familiar with how it's done. I'm not using any fancy method here, just wrapping the yarn around the card, tying it off and trimming the bottom side. I want this one to hang at the lowest side of my dangle, so it will be the largest charm from the lot, but I still want it to be dainty and not too chunky. I feel that goes well with the yarn color, if that makes any sense at all. Something I like doing is to stitch the bits of yarn on the top back into the tassel. That way I don't need to deal with any sticking threads. If you're not as fussy, just don't bother with this. It will still look fine. I've got a small jump ring that I attached to the top of the tassel, and that is our first charm done. 7 more to go. While we're at it, I thought I'd make another smaller tassel, and this time not from yarn but from this gold metallic thread. Same method but a completely different vibe. This one was so tiny that I needed helping hands to tie it up. Depending on how small you go and what thread you use, knots can be a little tricky, but just love how cute this small one is. It makes the perfect charm for this project, really. I'm sure my next idea for a charm is cheating, but that's fine, as no one will know. All I did was get one of these puffy stickers and cut around it. I kept the backing on because I don't want to expose the sticky part. Then I put a hole through with my awl and put a jump ring through it. It just makes the sweetest charm. By the way, I'm making the dangle for my Christmas journal, so there's a lot of Christmassy stuff here, but you can absolutely swap out for anything really. This next one is also quite cheeky. So I've got a piece of scrapbooking paper here, and I've also got one of these clear epoxy stickers. I stuck the sticker on top and cut along the circle line, just made sure to leave a little extra piece of paper on top so that I can pierce with my awl and put a jump ring through. I'm going to start attaching the charms to my dangle chain. If you haven't got any special jewelry making supplies, you can thrift old jewelry and take it apart. That's what I do. There's a lot to take from an old bracelet or an old necklace. This little beads cluster is from a thrifted necklace, for example. These pearls too, and quite great that they are in different sizes. I've got these small bells for Christmas crafting. They aren't beads, but a simple jump ring makes them something that can be attached to a chain, which is what we need, right? In terms of attaching it all to the chain, there's not much to consider here. Perhaps to make sure that there aren't any gaps on the chain. Because this is a dangle, your charms won't always sit in the same position, which is interactive and fun, but just something to have in mind that things will be moving around. Another idea is to make a charm out of a chipboard piece. I've got this Christmas sentiment here, just poked a hole in it and added a jump ring to turn it into a charm. I happen to have a heart-shaped gold clasp for my dangle to hang onto. My idea with this is to attach it to a clip and then add the clip to the journal cover. If you haven't seen what I've stuffed into my Christmas junk journal, watch the video on the right for some more Christmas inspiration.